Emoto power for the freaking win! You know, I love Kasumi. She's such a great character. She is a standard cliche sister character, yes, in an anime, okay? She doesn't stand out. But, I mean, I just love her lines. It's definitely some great script writing with her lines. I mean, Emoto power! I mean, you gotta love Ayaka in this episode when you saw her straight out rage. I mean, really, you could see the rage in her. I mean, she usually comes off as an emotionless character. I mean, that's what we've seen over the past course of these couple episodes. She's always seemed to just not show any emotions. But you can clearly feel her rage when she says this, Takemiya, oh, we had a car thrown at me, shot at, and spat at, saying I was an evil and they were glad I was vanquished. That right there, that is some freaking major rage that freaking Ayaka was feeling when she said that sentence. And I will say, that was freaking hilarious. I laughed probably really hard at that scene. But I think the best comedy moment of this episode was definitely with Tampopo and Medusa. Now, apparently, Medusa is staying at Takemiya's place now. I mean, literally just hiding out there from, you know, the Tower Witches are just staying there. Which is really weird. I mean, I thought Medusa was the main villain of this series. But I'm starting to lean towards another villain. And I'm going to get into a serious matter. I don't know if you realized, this episode really had a major plot reveal and major serious, like, plot direction going on. I don't know if you realize that, but let's get into that one. So, pretty much what I noticed, I've been noticing for the past couple episodes, I even mentioned it in the last review. We're getting to see Ayaka's actual form. Every time she transforms into her, like, Flame Witch, her, like, form is slightly changing a little bit. And I don't know if you realize, but she looks exactly like the White Princess that we see that was in Takemiya last episode. So, I mean, in this episode, we clearly see that she's gone even further, I guess, like a metamorphosis or transformation. She has, like, demonic fingers, like the White Princess, or Evermillion, I think her name was, from last episode. So, that proves my theory. I have a theory that Ayaka and the White Princess is connected. Either they're the same person, or they're split personalities, or they're sisters. I mean, I've went a little bit into this topic, but it's really starting to prove true with the way we're seeing the actual same character traits with these two characters. The only thing I can see, the reason why Ayaka is actually looking like her then, if they're not related by anything, is probably because that she's linked to Takemiya's magic. That's the only thing else I could say. But finding out that Takemiya has 5 cells. He has 5 cells inside of his body, and just eating that medicine he had, that little, like, white ball medicine, caused the first cell to break down. And all the other cells, other 4 cells, will eventually just dissolve and disappear eventually. So, he doesn't have to do nothing. They'll just eventually disappear and vanish. Now, why was the White Princess sealed inside of Takemiya? That is the major focus if I'm seeing the plot now. It's all focused on Takemiya. That's a given. But why was the White Princess completely sealed inside of him? And is she a threat? Is she actually she's an evil villain character? Like, is she the main villain of the series? Like, how we thought Medusa was the main villain. She doesn't seem to be really a villain in this episode, the way we saw her just, you know, mess around playing cards with Tampopo. So, I feel that maybe this White Princess is the evil one. And that she's, right now when she first came out of Takemiya's body, she was just hiding her true personality. And so when she finally is free, she'll probably try to kill Takemiya or Ayaka or whatever. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But I feel like she's leaning towards the main villain the way I see it, how it's going. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Medusa may still be the main villain. But that's the feelings I'm getting from this. And once again, the actual character having something sealed inside of him, like the White Princess, proves to me that I see more references to Shakugan no Shana again. I'm not going to spoil nothing, but if you watch that series, you'll probably know that you can see, once again, a similar trait to Takemiya and Yuji. Because they have almost the same actual, I guess, character traits and personality. Now, one thing I really love about this anime is how Takemiya strives to be a better character. He strives to actually better himself. He's not one of those weak male characters that don't try. I mean, he's actually trying to be better for Ayaka and improve better. I mean, okay, in this episode, we get some comedy antics, basically, about how he becomes the student council president, which is really shocking. I didn't expect that one, and pretty much Ayaka made it completely worse on him, because this is pretty much her entire scheme. Oh, people don't accept our relationship? Okay, let's just completely just distort the hierarchy, put you on the top next to me, and you're fine. Nobody can complain anymore. That's pretty much what happened when he became the student council president, which is freaking funny. I got some good laughs in that. So, I I will say the way it's going out is Takemiya's actual character development and growth has so much potential in this series. I mean, he has so much potential like Yuji from Shakugan no Shana, because that's the vibes I'm getting from him, and I feel like he's not going to let us down with his development. I feel like this series has a lot more seriousness going down underneath the entire comedy genre of the series. I mean, yes, we have an Emoto sister flying through a city on a freaking flying, like, bat bear. I mean, you see freaking Ayaka that's all pissed that should have been knocked out for 3 days because of being tranquilized, which I would be probably pissed too if I was tranquilized. Shooting out of a stone dragon, fire magic, onto the city, blowing up anything in its path just to get revenge, which I think was funny. That was a really funny scene. And actually, speaking of which, the stone dragon. This is actually a very serious matter, too. Okay, so Ayaka, so far what we can see, she has demonic fingers now, like the White Princess. And she has fire magic. Now, she's riding a stone dragon. A dragon, as we all know, can use fire. So, what if the White Princess is actually a dragon? Or related to a dragon or something? I mean, that's another theory. See, there's a lot of theories this series is coming up with, which I am happy, because it leaves it to where it's not predictable, and I'm glad about that. I love anime that is not predictable, and I literally have to guess on multiple different theories. That means you have a good plot forming up. And so, I feel like the characters are really making the series a lot better, especially with the voice actors. I think my favorite voice actor in this series is definitely Tom Popo's voice actor. The way she just sounds so awesome, especially when she goes all chibi mode. And truly, I feel like this anime still has so much potential to actually reach out. I don't know how many episodes this series is going to be. I think it's going to be only a 12-episode series, which is really offsetting. But, I mean, maybe it might be a 24-episode series. I'm probably going to look that up after I finish this review. But, anyways, if you haven't watched, Witchcraft Works yet, go give it a watch. This is a series that takes a little bit to warm up to, but when you get further into it, you'll definitely see the charm of this series, especially that ending song. If you don't like this anime, I know for a fact one thing that'll probably keep you interested in wanting to see next episode is probably that ending song. The ending song is so freaking addictive with the little bouncing bobble, freaking chibi heads. Oh, that is adorable. So, I feel like this anime's episode was epic. I mean, not much more I can cover about. I mean, there's a lot of seriousness in this beyond the actual comedy. Tell me what you think about this episode of Witchcraft Works, everybody. Y'all wonderful, dare not, wherever you live. Please stay safe. Chibi out.